Hey guys, welcome back to the show. So before I do anything today, I want to do a quick recap of the latest news in the market. A brief news recap. The bulls are calling that we've had the bottom. That's the news. The bears are calling for it to go to about 2k. That's the news. But one thing all of these guys are doing is self-motivation, money motivation, profit motivation. The bulls want people to start pumping the market so everybody can start moving back up again and the market to be positive. The bears want to short the market so they can make even more lucrative money. Pretty simple, right? That's what's going on. So it's all money motivation, profit motivation. That's what I want to call it. That's the current news. If you take both of those out of the equation, what you'll realize is, all the noise, you take all the noise out of the equation, what you'll realize is the market is doing exactly as it was intended. The market has hit the target lines, the buying target lines that we had. I mean, you can go back a few videos, probably even more. And you can see we talked about target lines. In fact, you can go back to all the way back to last year, over a year ago. We talked about how a $20,000 possibility. We've hit those targets now. What's the best case scenario that's going to happen? Well, one thing you've got to factor in is that the fact that we've had so many weeks and weeks of downtrend, right? Bloody markets, right? Weeks and weeks, a couple of months actually, that it is possible to see a single candle, or maybe even two candles, or maybe even three candles, right, giving us a positive sign. But when it does, you've got to be very, very calm. They may look like confirmation candles. That's it, guys. We've just confirmed it. Because that's what the bulls were saying last week. Guys, bottom's in, 20k, that's it, bottom's in. Because we did touch the bottom twice. We hit the 20k twice. We wicked down twice. That's it, guys, bottom's in. But no, the bottom's not in because the chart says the bottom is not in. I've talked about how there's a possibility of us going to the 13,700, 13,800 level. And I personally now feel that there's a higher chance for that to be a significant support level. Is it a bad thing? Actually not. So if you go back to the market, if you look left onto your chart, you go on any time frame, daily, weekly, monthly, even 6 months if you wanted to see less candles, right? There's a fascinating fact that you will notice. Each bull run starts from a particular price, a bottom, right? Market bottom. And then it pumps to a particular high. And then it dumps a particular amount. Very, very specific, right? So we know there's this trend going on. Maybe in the future it will change, right? Maybe the trend that we have now of these 80-90% dumps that we have, maybe it will change, but maybe it won't. But when you take all of these into account, what you realize is, yes, the market may look bullish, but yes, are we going to be confirmed? And if we're not confirmed, we could potentially see the 13,800. Now, for me to be safe, I'm going to be looking at about 14k as my lowest buying limit. Anything less than that, good luck to me, I'll buy more. But I started to DCA, right? And what I mean by that, remember the lines that I drew on the charts was my actual buy orders, right? I had my primary buy orders and my secondary buy orders. So my primary buy order, both of them, I can't remember which one was what, but the point is you'll see the yellow lines and red line, or yellow lines and white lines. The white lines are my primary buys, the yellow lines are my secondary lines, and I'll show you that on Monday as well when we do the Monday live. And of course you're probably thinking, is he going to talk about the two patterns? No, I'm not going to talk about the two patterns, because I want to display that to you. I want to show you those two patterns. It's brilliant when you start looking how time is your friend right now. Okay, so when we say the trend is your friend until the end, right? Well, guess what? We've got one more indicator now. We've got time. Time is now our indicator as well, and I'll explain that in Monday's video. But leave that aside. Let's talk about crypto right now. So right now, the market is indicating it wants to be bearish. We got a bearish signal yesterday. I posted it on Discord and I said to everyone, I said, guys, the daily signal is bearish. When we get a daily signal, is it over the following day? No, it's not. This is significant that once we got that signal, we can go 2-3 days without doing anything, and then we could dump. We can even go weeks without doing anything, and then we could dump. But of course, what you'll notice is people will go back to that chart and then mention it a week later, a few weeks later, when we're bloody, and say, well guys, look, we did have that. We did have a bearish candle. We did have a signal telling us this market's going to go bloody. I don't want to know what we did. Right? So here, we don't want to know what we did. We want to know what's about to happen. And KR, one of our members, he mentioned how nobody could predict the bottom of the market. And it's 100%. Nobody could predict anything 100%. But we can look at probability, we can look at chances, like same chances. Like for example, you have a dice, you have 6 chances, right, of getting a 6, right? 1 in 6 chance. The same way you can do the probabilities based on time, based on the trend, based on what's happening right now. Market structure, future forecast, many things, right? So obviously I don't want to go too much into macro, but I'm going to think about micro right now, right? So current situation, what can we expect? Well, current situation, we can expect it to come down a little bit more, because right now that we've come to the 19,000, in fact we actually broke 19, we went to 18,000 something. So our target was done, my buy order filled, I'm happy. It didn't fill my second buy order, which was at the 17,000 something. But the point, that's not the point. The point is, there's a bigger chance it's going to go down even more, because we just broke the 2020 peak level. That's a fact you cannot deny. When we went to 18,000 something, we broke the 2017 high. We broke the 2017 high, guys. That was a major support zone for us. We broke that. We wicked below that. We came up, doesn't matter, the market's still bearish. So many people got wiped out. That now tells me that the 2019 peak, the 2019 market top, is going to be the next support. Go and look at your own charts. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Go and look at your own charts and you'll be surprised. Of course, I always say, don't expect what everybody else expects. Don't expect what the market always shows. Expect the unexpected, right? And expect to pump after the dump. So I think it's come time where a lot of guys in the industry, in the game, are starting to become wise. Obviously, the idiots that you've got with the highest number of subscribers in XYZ who are just copycats. They literally copy. Everyone copies everybody. So you get the same information. Doesn't matter which channel you go to. It's the same nonsense, right? Because someone somewhere has done the genuine thing, and then everybody else decided to just copy it. So that's what they do. They kind of stalk you, right? And then take the info and then put it out there. But from what I'm doing, what I can see right now that we've been in the no man's zone, like no man's land. Remember I talked about how there's absolutely no support there. We've broken that, we've come down. I've got this funny feeling that we could see the 13,800 or possibly 14,000 to be the major support zone, and that's where we bottom out, right? So can we guess where the absolute bottom would be? Well, I think the absolute bottom would be the $14,000 level, would be the absolute market bottom, and then the structure changes, and then we become bullish. But maybe we might even go sideways for a bit to confuse everybody, but it doesn't matter. That's where we are. One of my buy orders is actually at 16,000 something. Again, it's on the chart. I'll show it on Monday. So if you haven't subscribed, guys, I don't know what you're doing. But the point is this is the kind of information we're looking at. Is look, we want to do the bigger moves. We're not talking about the daily stuff. We're not talking about the hourly stuff. We're not FOMOing in for the trades or anything like this. We just want to buy and stack, right? And we talked about how these opportunities come. For example, funny thing is, I'm parked up exactly at the same location I was a year ago, or over a year ago, when I first said I was going to buy for 20k. So I'm in the same roundabout right now. And what we're thinking about is, like, look, when we talked about how we sold our BTC at $58,000 per BTC, so we couldn't catch the top because we didn't get the confirmation signal. Once we got the confirmation signal, we knew that, okay, 58, that's it, get out, right? So we took the profit, got out. Imagine you sold one BTC at $58,000, and now if you pick it up for, like, say 14k, for example, that's like almost like you get yourself, like, I think close to just over 4 BTC. So if one BTC at that time I was going to hold, right, now buys me 4 more, well, I ain't complaining, because I'm still holding. I'm supposed to be a hodler, right? So I'm still hodling. And that's the kind of attitude you have. Of course, people want to make money, and as I said, money orientation, money motivation doesn't really help. So the people who want to make money are trying to trade it, are trying to long it, are trying to short it. That's why they're making all the mistakes. Patient hands will always win, because end of the day, now I can buy 4 and guess what? So I had 1 BTC, which I could have shorted or whatever, and then all the drama and lose my money, or keep my profits, buy 4 BTC now, and guess what? I might even consider trading one of my BTC. I might even do a nice little long with one of my BTC. What have I got to lose? Absolutely nothing. I've still got 2 more BTC or 3 more BTC than I had before. That's the way you do things, by being patient. Okay, by being patient. Your biggest problem would be if you start falling into stuff, right? So I've started to DCA, as I said already. I believe I have said it already. If I haven't, then that's what I'm saying. And the motor is about to get noisy. So I'm not going to make this video any longer. 10 minutes is good. I hope this information helps you. I hope you understand that now is an opportunity to DCA. It's not the absolute bottom, but it's a good opportunity to DCA. And I believe the absolute bottom could be around the 14K mark. And that's just looking at the chart, and I will show you the chart. I will show you what I'm talking about. I will show you where I picked up the data from, right? It's very important that you understand that the data's been there the whole time staring at us. Just got to look at it, and I have marked it already on the charts anyway, so there's nothing new for you. If you follow this channel, you know the information that we've given, right? The lines that we drew is already there, right? I think I even put a chart link for people back in the days, and the link is still there, and I mentioned where the probability is, and I actually even mentioned something on Discord the other day. I said, look, there's a 99% chance we're going to go to 19K. Boom, we hit that, right? So when we're talking about chances, we also know that there's a higher probability, there's a lower probability of certain facts, but they are possible. Nothing is impossible. The bears wanting to get a 2K BTC, absolutely possible, but the chances are very, very minuscule, very low. So when it's a minute chance, I'm not going to really take that into account. But there are other numbers that we put on Discord. For example, we said there's a 50-50 chance we could go to 16K. There's a 50-50 chance, right? So that's the whole idea here. Let's see what happens, but I'm not gonna make this any longer, guys. I hope the noise is not impacting too much, and also my phone has decided to stay on the camera for some reason. I can't keep it on the camera for more than like 10 minutes for some odd reason, but today it stayed, which is really good. So like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you on another one very soon. Other than that, adios my amigos. Thank you very much for coming to the show.